There's something about driving alone at night. The silence, the empty roads, the feeling that you're the only soul awake in a sleeping world. You get used to it after a while. The drunks, the talkers, the ones who just want to sit in silence. But some passengers, some rides, stay with you forever, should have ignored that request. Another night, another ride. It was past midnight and the streets were quiet. As a rideshare driver, I'd seen all kinds of passengers. But this one was different. I accepted the ride request and pulled up to the designated pickup spot. The street was silent, and the air had a heavy feeling, like something wasn't quite right. She slid into the back seat without a word, her eyes fixed on the floor. She didn't even glance at me. Something about her was off, but I brushed it aside. I'd had passengers like her before. Quiet, brooding types. I focused on the road, trying to shake off the growing unease. The drive was long, the kind where the silence becomes suffocating. The occasional hum of the car engine and the rhythm of my hands on the wheel were the only sounds. I couldn't help but feel like something was watching me, or maybe it was just her, staring at the back of my head. It felt like she was waiting for something, but I wasn't sure what. We reached her destination, a house at the edge of town, its windows dark. I couldn't help but feel a shiver crawl up my spine as I watched her get out of the car. She didn't say a single word. She just opened the door, got out, and walked toward the front door of the house, disappearing into the shadows. As I was about to drive off, I noticed a message pop up on my phone. It was from an unknown number. "Don't look in the rearview mirror." I froze. I hadn't heard her say anything, but the message sent a chill straight through me. I looked back at the rearview mirror, and for the briefest second, I saw something in the reflection. Her. She was still sitting in the back seat, staring at me. My heart raced, my mind spinning. I had dropped her off. I had seen her walk into that house, but here she was, still in the back seat, staring at me with those cold, empty eyes. How could she have gotten back in the car without me noticing? I swerved, nearly losing control, my hands shaking as I gripped the steering wheel. I slammed my foot on the gas pedal, speeding away, my mind racing with questions. Was she real? Was this some kind of trick? I dared not look in the rearview mirror again, but I could feel her presence. The sense of dread grew with each passing second. When I reached a well-lit intersection, I dared a quick look in the rearview mirror. The back seat was empty. No sign of her. My heart finally started to slow. I had no idea what just happened, but I knew I'd never forget that night. I drove home, trying to convince myself it was just some weird hallucination, until I checked my phone. There, on the screen, was one last text. "I'm still here." Some rides you never forget, and some passengers never really leave. Would you have looked in the rearview mirror? If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more chilling tales from behind the mask. Until next time, drive safe.